Hi everybody, Jill here. Good to see you again. Now, do you know what is happening in 95 days? Can you guess? It's Christmas! That's right, just 95 days till Christmas. Still quite a long time to wait, isn't it? I'm thinking about waiting this week. Now, last Saturday, go back about 10 days, I was exceedingly excited because I was watching a British female tennis player win a Grand Slam for the first time in my lifetime. Her name was Emma Raducanu, and it was amazing. Amazing because we'd waited so long, and amazing because she just did so well. And she went all the way from the qualifying competition. No one's ever done that before. So it was an amazing achievement, and it was worth the wait. And I'm sure you'll agree that it'll be worth the wait. 96 days till Christmas. It'll come and go in a flash. But sometimes we do have to wait a little bit longer, and it can be tricky. Now, on Saturday, I took some boys with me, and we had a nice little adventure out into Cardiff, but it involved waiting. We wanted to go to the golf. We had to wait. Okay, so we are queuing. How long are we queuing for?
The guy who went to the shop for 45 minutes. 20 minutes we waited.
A long time. Eventually, we got into the golf. We played our golf. Then we wanted to go for some food. We wanted to go to Nando's. And we had to wait again. Okay, we are now waiting for Nando's. How long have we got to wait for Nando's, Arthur?
45 minutes.
45 minutes, I know. Then finally we got into Nando's and we ordered our food and we had to wait again. Right, Joseph, how long have you been waiting for your food?
You're kidding. Hours. Like 5 minutes.
That's too long. And it can be difficult, can't it? Sometimes waiting for things. But in the Bible, sometimes God has made people wait a long time for a promise that he has made to them to come true. And we can look at that as an example of how maybe sometimes we need to be patient. Now, one person in particular who had to wait a really long time for a promise was a man called Abraham and his wife, Sarah. Now, Abraham and Sarah didn't have any children. They really wanted children, just wasn't happening. And God spoke to Abraham in a dream, and he was basically saying, look up at like the stars. You are going to have like as many descendants as there are stars in the sky. So you are going to have children. They will have children, 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 children. You will just have such a big, massive family. And Abraham and Sarah are like, well, we really wanted a big family, but it just hasn't happened. And now we're really old. You know, Abraham was 75 and his wife Sarah was, I think, 65. You know, I think it's around about those figures. Can't quite remember off the top of my head. And they said, well, I just can't really believe that's going to happen. But God promised. Now, as the years went on, still no baby, still no family. And they started to try and think of their own ways to solve this issue. And the ideas that they came up with were not pleasing to God. He wanted them to be patient. Then eventually, 20 years later, finally, Sarah had the baby she had been waiting for so long. And he was called Isaac. And we can read about them in the Bible. And we find out lots about Isaac. Isaac had a son called Jacob, who had a son called Joseph, and it goes on and on and on and on. And all these characters that we see in the Bible, they all came from Abraham and this promise. But it was this promise that we just didn't know what God's timing was going to be. And that sometimes is the case. Maybe God will ask God for something and he will answer our prayer, but it will just be in his own time because he knows best and he knows what is best for us. Now, this is the bit your teachers are just going to have to put their fingers in their ears for a minute. You guys have a motto at school, which is, if you believe, you will achieve. Now, I think we need to just change that motto a little bit and add in a few steps in between. Because really, if you believe in the power of God to help you and put in the effort required, you can achieve what he wants you to do. And that is a wonderful promise that we can all have, and we don't know how long these things will take. It's a fantastic promise to have. Now, my weekly plug, here we go, for Jam for Youth Club. I'm going to show you what I made this week, or what our kids made in Jam this week. Fridge magnets in cats and dogs. How sweet. You come along to Jam, you could be making exciting crafts like this as well. And then, even more exciting for me, is that I want to invite you all to church on Sunday, not at Croes-y-Parc Chapel, at the pub. We are bringing church back to the pub, to the Sportsman's Rest, in the garden, and it is harvest. So if you're a farmer, you've got to be patient, haven't you? Waiting for your crops to grow. And at harvest, we say thank you to God for all the food that we have, and we bring in some food to give to the food bank for those that maybe don't have enough food. So please come along, because I'm going to be leading the service and I want to see friendly people. And I've got some donut games, I've got science experiments with cornflakes. It's all going to be going on. So I really hope I will get to see you there. It's this Sunday coming. Tell your parents. 10:30. Sportsman's Rest Beer Garden. When is it? Sunday, 10:30. Sportsman's Rest Beer Garden. Hopefully see you there. And just remember, patience. If you believe in God and the power that he has, and you put in the effort, you can achieve anything.